Okay, so this is a second video on cosine rule, and I've deliberately chosen a question where they've combined cosine rule with something else. 5 marks. So lots of working out marks involved. A shape is made by joining triangle ABC with a semicircle with diameter AC. Okay, so AC must be the diameter. That must be the diameter. Okay. Work out the total area of the shape. We know the only way we're going to work this out is if we work out the area of the circle and the area of the triangle. So we now need to go about our business and work out the area of each of the two shapes. So we know to work out the area of a semicircle, we need the area of a circle. If we go to our formula sheet, there we have it. Area of a circle is pi r squared. So area that means I need the radius. I need this distance. But before I can work out the radius, I actually need to work out all of that. And this is where, from practice, you need to know when you have two sides at an angle that is cozy, meaning kept warm by 8 and 10, included in between 8 and 10, we know we need the cosine rule to work that out. So we go to the formula sheet, we can see the cosine rule there. And the cosine rule is a squared is b squared plus c squared, take away 2 times bc times cos the angle opposite the side you're working on. Remember, these two numbers will always repeat themselves there. So we're working at A. Let's call that A. I know it's got B on the opposite, but let's call that A. Because the formula says to work out A squared, that's what we do. So A squared is equal to B squared. Let's call that B. So let's call that C. Take away 2 times 10 times 8 times cos the angle in the middle of the two numbers. So cos 114. Remember, the cosine rule will work out that missing length there. You need to be familiar when you have two either side and an angle in the middle, it works out the opposite missing side of that angle. Therefore, a squared is 229. To work out a, we must square root. So we now know a is 15.14, which happens to be the diameter. So the radius is half the diameter, so the radius must be 7.57. Already you will have 2 marks out of 5 by now. And I'd like to think on these 5 marks, someone can get something from this question. So radius is 7.57. We've got that. We can now go ahead and work out the area of a circle is pi times the radius times the radius. When I work that out, I will get an area of 180.05. But because it's a semicircle, I'm going to divide by 2. There you go. That's my area of a semicircle. But to finish the question off, I need to work out the area of this triangle. You need to be familiar with your formula page. The formula page has this formula at the bottom, which says area of a triangle is half AB sine C. So half AB sine C. That works out the area of any triangle. So half times the side times the other side, and remember, times the angle in the middle, but this time is thin. And that will give you the area of any triangle, and that triangle is therefore 36.54. The total area will be 90.02 plus 36.54. Total area will be 12656 centimeters squared. There's no accuracy mark, so you can leave it to 2 decimal places. Thank you.